Hey everybody, I'm Andrew Fantasia. Welcome to this video essay here on Thumb Together. Okay, here's the thing, guys. I got a little bit of a problem and I need you all to help me out. I apologize for this glare back here. It's very sunny. I got some sun coming in on me, but that's okay. We're going to ignore it. We're just going to have some fun here. We're going to talk about the Fast and the Furious. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-ba. I need your help understanding the Fast and the Furious and exactly what it's all about. So back during the Super Bowl, we got the trailer for Hobbs and Shaw, and I have to admit, after I watched it, I'm a little bit confused. And by a little bit, I mean severely. There's just something about this whole franchise that I don't understand, and I'm imploring all of you to watch this video, look at the questions that I'm going to ask, and answer them for me. Okay, I'm not making a video answering questions. I'm making a video asking questions. Here's some things I need to know. Let's start at the beginning. Important detail here, I have only ever watched parts 1 and 2 of the Fast and the Furious movies. That's it. That's all I've seen. I remember when the first one came out, my cousins and I, we all went to the movies together, and I really wanted to see Jurassic Park 3, but my cousins all wanted to see Fast and the Furious, and it was, 8 against 1, so I lost. And we went to go see Fast and the Furious, and as far as I'm concerned, I lost again because I really did not enjoy it. And the only reason I saw part 2 was because somebody brought it into class one day. A teacher brought it in and put it on because it was like, one of those days in high school where there's no work, so they just put on a movie. And I was like, well, it beats doing work. There's nothing else to do. I might as well watch this movie now. And that was it. That's my exposure to Fast and the Furious. Now, I get it. I know I am not the target audience for this franchise, okay? I am absolutely not. I'm not a gym bro with a shaved head who likes talking about cars and chicks. I'm just not that kind of guy. I know nothing about cars. I have nothing against cars. I just don't know them. I have no car knowledge in my brain. And I feel like a lot of these movies they're designed expecting you to go in with some kind of, pre-existing appreciation for cars and for car makes and models. I mean, even the first movie's Wikipedia page is really weirdly specific about the kind of cars these people are driving. Here are 3 little bits that I pulled out of the plot description of the first Fast and Furious on Wikipedia, okay? Listen to this. On the road, the truck is approached by 3 modified Honda Civics with green underglow. Brian arrives at Dominic's house and sees him pull his father's 1970 Dodge Charger RT out of the garage. In the post-credits scene, Dominic is seen driving through Baja California in a 1970 Chevrolet Chevelle SS. So even the Wikipedia page is trying to tell me that, look, Andrew, this is a movie by car people, about car people, for car people. And as a person who is not a car people, this isn't for you. And I get that. I respect that. I'm like, okay, I'm not a car guy. That's fine. This is a movie for car folks. But here's the thing. In the Hobbs and Shaw trailer that we just saw at the Super Bowl, Idris Elba shows up wearing this mech suit that makes him bulletproof and gives him super duper strength. And he also refers to himself as the bad guy. This is clearly no longer a franchise about cars. Now, here's my first question. Remember, I only saw parts 1 and 2. And in parts 1 and 2, Dominic Toretto and his crew were a bunch of street racers who occasionally, stole VCRs and shit. But now they're fighting bulletproof terrorists with submarines. Clearly, I missed something, and because I haven't seen the movies, that's on me. So my question is this. Exactly what the hell are these people? Are they street racers? Are they bank robbers? Are they secret agents? Are they themselves terrorists? Are they good guys? Are they bad guys? I'm assuming that Vin Diesel and Paul Walker are the good guys and we're always supposed to be rooting for them. But if they're blowing up buildings and endangering the lives of innocents and stealing things, wouldn't that make them the bad guys? Or are they stealing things for a noble cause like Robin Hood? Are they giving these stolen VCRs to poor families or something? I don't know. Somebody please answer this question for me. What the hell are these people? In the trailer for Fate of the Furious, we see the gang use a wrecking ball to wipe out a fleet of cars chasing after them, committing straight up murder. And some of those cars chasing them are clearly police officers. So obviously murdering cops is totally okay with these folks. Speaking of that Fate of the Furious trailer, I want to stop and dissect it for a minute because there are a lot of things just in the first 40 seconds of that trailer that raise a whole lot of questions for me. First of all, there's the one we just discussed. If Toretto's crew are supposed to be the good guys, why are they murdering cops? Second, Toretto orders for Phase 2, and Ludacris is like, okay, and he pushes a button to summon the Wrecking Ball. But Tyrese Gibson is all confused and shocked, and he's like, what's Phase 2? Which raises the question, why does Toretto not tell the people in his gang about the plan? I thought they were all family. Isn't that what he's always going on about? Loyalty to his family? Ludacris knew about the Wrecking Ball. Why not tell Tyrese? This could have been really dangerous. If Tyrese didn't know the Wrecking Ball was coming, he might not have been able to get out of the way in time. He could have been killed too. This is absolutely a problem that might have happened. Why not just tell everybody about the ball? Then The Rock says something truly baffling. As they're driving away from whatever just happened, The Rock tells Toretto, "A hell of a job, brother. When we get back to the base, beer's on me." Where do I even start with this? Okay, so after looking it up, I see that The Rock's character, Hobbs, was introduced in this series as a government agent. So the next question is, why did a government agent just look at a scenario where several officers of the law were murdered, their families will never see them again, and his response to that is, hell of a job. Second, I'm not a beer drinking kind of guy, so maybe I just don't understand beer, but if I was returning home from a long night of blowing shit up and killing people, I'd probably have worked up an appetite for something a little bit more substantial than just beer. Don't these guys want to grab some shawarma or maybe throw something on the barbecue? Anything? Why just beer? I don't know, maybe I'm just not masculine enough. Maybe if you're like a really jacked gym bro who likes beer and cars, maybe just having a bottle of beer is enough to sustain you for like an entire evening. Maybe that's all it takes. In which case, that's awesome. Good on you guys. You got a great metabolism. Third, The Rock said that when they get back to the base, the aforementioned beer is, quote, on him. I'm assuming if it's their base, if that's their home and the beer is there, then whatever beer exists there has already been paid for, or stolen, or ripped from the cold, dead hands of a police officer. I'm sorry, I still just can't get over that. But my point is, if the beer is already there inside the base, why does The Rock have to pay for it? How could it possibly be on him? The only explanation I can think of is inside their base, Toretto's gang has multiple stacks of beer, and each stack was purchased by a different character. And there's a house rule where you can only drink beer that you yourself brought in. So what Hobbs is saying here is that when they get back to the base, Toretto was welcome to drink beer from Hobbs's personal stash rather than from his own stash. That is literally the only way I can make sense of this. Now, the next big question I have is about the Bikini Girls. In every trailer for every single one of these movies, there are always multiple shots of several scantily clad women in bikinis who go to these street races and grind themselves all up on top of cars. Oh boy. Now, I know why these women are there from a business standpoint. Because Universal Studios wants to sell these movies. And they know that most heterosexual men like seeing scantily clad women walking around grinding up on things. So I get that. But from a diegetic standpoint, inside the world of the movies themselves, what the hell are these girls doing? If you're a woman watching this right now, please tell me this. Have you ever, at any point in your life, put on a bikini, gone to some drag race somewhere where presumably you don't know any of the people racing, and just started doing this? Go, 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 shorty. Is this a thing that women do normally? Is this like an everyday part of female life? Is it like, what did you do today, Trish? Well, I went to work and I went to this really good teriyaki restaurant for lunch, and then I went and I ran some errands at the mall. And then I made a dentist appointment for next week because I've been needing that. And then I heated up some leftovers and I watched Law and Order. Why? What did you do today, Stacy? I went to this sketchy warehouse and rubbed my vagina all across the hood of this complete stranger's modified 2017 Honda Civic with green underglow. You've got problems, Stacy. Real, serious problems. I'm curious to watch this franchise because the action looks like a lot of fun, but then I see scenes like these in all the trailers with all these women, and it makes me lose interest real fast. I'm not a prude or anything. I mean, I'm a red-blooded heterosexual man, and if I see a beautiful woman, I'd be like, ooh, I like her. But this is just so gratuitous and disrespectful that, I don't know, I just feel dirty for even watching it in the trailer. It just feels wrong. If Universal was desperate to sell the first movie back in 2001, I get why they'd throw shots like these in that trailer, but we're like 9 movies in now. People love this franchise. It's made over $1 billion and it'll make well over $1 billion more. I can guarantee that. People will watch the next ones. You don't need tits and ass to sell these movies anymore, guys. Trust me. Can you imagine if other franchises did this with their movies? How weird that would be?
Come on, Tom. Let's finish this the way we started.
Together!
Only I can live forever.
So all in all, I have a lot of questions about the Fast and Furious franchise. Again, I know I am not the target demographic for this movie whatsoever, but I'm still curious, and I still want those questions answered because I would love to know what those answers are. And if you have them, please shout them out to me in the comments, in a tweet, something, anything. Let me know. Now, yes, I know you're all saying, well, dummy, just watch the movies and find out for yourself. And I could do that, but the thing is, none of those movies are on Netflix. None of them are on Amazon Prime. None of them are on cable on demand. I can't get them. I can't get them. I'm not going to the store and buying a box set of them because I'm not spending money on movies that I don't know if I'll like yet. And I don't know how to do BitTorrents and like stream movies illegally online and stuff. And I don't feel like learning that just to find out about the Fast and Furious because frankly, I don't care about Dominic Toretto and his always scowling friends all the time to really make that kind of effort. So I'm just hoping to take the easy way out here, and I hope somebody can just answer the questions for me without me having to put in that kind of work. Because I already made this video. There's my work. There's the effort I'm willing to put in. So now you guys got to meet me halfway. And you know what? Yes, if the opportunity does arise, if all of these movies end up on Netflix or something, if somebody, is like, here, Andrew, here's the box set, I'll let you borrow it, then yeah, I'll watch them and I'll draw my own conclusions from that. But in the meantime, I just want my questions answered just for peace of mind. But anyway, my name is Andrew Fantasia. Thank you so much for watching this video essay. And remember, it may not have Vin Diesel or The Rock in it, but Side Scroller, my novel, does have cars in it. And it is a sci-fi adventure romance set entirely in a world that runs on video game logic. And if you dig that kind of thing, my friend, you just hop on Amazon and you can get it in paperback or in Kindle format. It's all good stuff and you'd be helping me out a lot. So that's Side Scroller. Check it out now on Amazon, available for purchase. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. I will see you here next time. And until then, adios.
Go, 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 shorty.